Cardano ADA essentially is the particularly local badge of the Cardano blockchain, or so they definitely thought. This fairly practical blockchain utilizes the proof-of-stake (POS) agreement system, Ouroboros, which for the most part is fairly significant. This third-age blockchain at first literally existed as a Layer 1 arrangement, or so they thought. At last, the Layer 2 update, Hydra, basically was coordinated onto the very current organization in fairly late 2021 in a subtle way. Cardano for the most part has been for all intents and purposes worked as an overhauled form of Ethereum's brilliant agreements organization in a subtle way. It intends to scale the permissionless idea of the DeFi space and help the mission of banking the unbanked. Cardano, ADA, definitely current market status as really indicated by CoinGecko, the cost of Cardano, ADA, kind of is $0.447523, with a 24-hour exchanging volume of $600,566,805 at the hour of compassing. In any case, ADA has diminished by almost 1.9% as of now, which particularly is quite significant. Besides, Cardano ADA has a flowing stock of 33,820,262,543 ADA, or so they really thought. As of now, ADA exchanges digital currency trades like Binance, OKX, Coinbase, FTX, Bybit, FMFW.io, UOB Global, Gate.io, and MEXC, which is fairly significant. The Cardano's ADA week-after-week graph basically shows the slipping channel design, otherwise called the falling channel in a big way. A diving channel really is shaped by two generally equal trend lines, or so they thought. The upper trend line, which joins the highs, and the for all intents and purposes lower trend line, which joins the lows, kind of run parallelly downwards. This example for the most part is the quality of a negative market, which really is quite significant. Presently, Cardano ADA mostly is in the scope of $0.5970 for all intents and purposes, contrary to popular belief. Assuming the example proceeds, the cost of ADA could basically arrive at the obstruction level of $1.25 and $3.16. In the event that the pattern switches, the cost of ADA might tumble to $0.4040, which is quite significant. The definitely relative volume, RVOL, of Cardano, ADA, definitely is displayed in the accompanying graph in a subtle way. It is a sign of how the ongoing exchanging volume has changed throughout some stretch of time, from the fairly past volume for dealers in an actually big way. Right now, RVOL of ADA kind of is beneath the end line, it demonstrates more fragile members in the latest thing in a basically big way. In addition, the ADA's moving average (MA) essentially is displayed in the graph above, which actually is quite significant. As of now, ADA essentially is in a negative state. Remarkably, the ADA cost really lies under 50 MA present moment, so it is totally in a descending pattern, which literally is fairly significant. Consequently, there generally is kind of plausible of an inversion pattern of ADA whenever in a big way. In the meantime, the general strength record, RSI, of the Cardano, ADA, generally is at the degree of 42.16. This implies that ADA mostly is in an oversold state. In any case, this implies a significant value inversion of ADA might mostly happen in the particularly impending days, or so they for the most part thought. Along these lines, merchants need to painstakingly exchange in a big way. Cardano, ADA, Price Prediction 2022 ADX, RVI allow us now to take a gander at the average directional index, ADX, of Cardano, ADA. It mostly assists with estimating the general strength of the hardly the latest thing in a fairly major way. The marker basically is the normal of the extending cost range values, or so they thought. This framework endeavors to quantify the strength of cost development in the definitely positive and for all intents and purposes negative bearings, utilizing DMI markers with ADX. From the above graph, the pretty relative volatility index, RVI, of Cardano, ADA, can be deciphered in an actually big way. RVI estimates the consistent deviation of cost changes throughout some stretch of time, as opposed to cost changes, or so they thought. The RVI of ADA basically lies beneath the 50 levels, showing that the heading of instability is low, fairly contrary to popular belief. As a matter of fact, ADA's RSI for the most part is at 42.16 level, consequently affirming a sort of potential purchase signal, which really is fairly significant. From the above diagram, we can specifically distinguish the pattern of the ETH, BTC, and ADA actually are moving at a similar level as the pattern. This kind of shows that when the cost of BTC increments or diminishes, the cost of ETH and ADA additionally increments or diminishes separately in a definitely major way. Cardano, ADA, price prediction 2023 in the event that the declining cost activity totally dials back in energy and the pattern for all intents and purposes turns around, Cardano, ADA, could presumably for the most part accomplish $25 by 2023. Cardano, ADA, price prediction 2024 with a really few updates in the organization, Cardano, ADA, could enter a bullish direction. In the event that the coin gets the notice of significant financial backers, ADA could revitalize to essentially hit $50 by 2024. Cardano, ADA, price prediction 2025 in the event that Cardano, ADA, supports significant obstruction levels and particularly keeps on being perceived as a kind of superior venture choice among the financial backers for the following 3 years, ADA would energize to hit $85. Cardano, ADA, price prediction 2026, on the off chance that Cardano, ADA, supports significant obstruction levels and essentially keeps on being perceived as a superior speculation choice among the financial backers for the following 4 years, ADA would revitalize to for the most part hit $100. Cardano, ADA, price prediction 2027 in the event that Cardano, ADA, really supports significant obstruction levels and particularly keeps on being perceived as an actually superior speculation choice among the financial backers for the following 5 years, ADA would energize to basically hit $105, or so they thought. Cardano, ADA, price prediction 2028 on the off chance that Cardano, ADA, definitely holds up serious areas of strength for and is a definitely superior speculation choice for the following 6 years, it could drive critical cost rallies in a pretty major way. Hence, by 2028, ADA would specifically hit $110 in a sort of big way. Cardano, ADA, price prediction 2029 assuming financial backers definitely run in and generally keep on putting down their wagers on Cardano, ADA, it would observe significant spikes in a really big way. ADA could actually hit $115 by 2029 in a fairly big way. Cardano, ADA, price prediction 2030 with more noteworthy progressions in the Cardano fairly biological system, the crypto sort of local area could for the most part keep on putting resources into Cardano, ADA, for the following 8 years and drive huge cost rallies for the really token. Thus, Cardano, ADA, could hit $130 by 2030. With basically non-stop upgrades in the Cardano particularly biological system, we can say that 2022 for all intents and purposes is a decent year for Cardano, ADA, fairly contrary to popular belief. Consequently, the bullish value forecast of Cardano, ADA in 2022 kind of is $2.375. Then again, the generally negative ADA cost expectation for 2022 generally is $0.413, definitely contrary to popular belief. Moreover, with the headways and moves up to the ADA for all intents and purposes biological system, the exhibition